Okay, hello everybody. I just wanted to take a few seconds to let you guys know of a couple things. In a minute, the recording is actually going to start. This is the me from future, or whatever. But really quick, I just want to say I really appreciated everybody's comments last time and the last video, letting me know like what they thought about the Grey Warden decision and everything. I've been debating for like the whole day what to do, because I actually, had a week and a half between recording that video and then uploading it. And in that week and a half, I got pretty anxious about like making the decision and like seeing what the other side was like and all this stuff. And so I actually ended up playing the exile line and seeing how I felt about that. And I had like a bunch of talks with one of my friends about it and what we should do. And I realized I'm probably taking this too seriously, but I am a bit of a perfectionist and a completionist, which is something I'm trying to kind of work on. But, so while I appreciate everybody's support for the decision, like I really legitimately do, I actually did go back and play the exile line and I kept it. I feel really bad about that kind of, because I'm like, oh, like, you guys were really nice about it and everything, but I did it for a couple reasons, one of which is Solus and Cole's opinion. On this playthrough, I've really been focusing on, like, getting used to, like, the approval-disapproval mechanic, getting a feel for, like, the decisions and, like, for what goes on and stuff like that. And I was actually talking to the same friend, and I was like, I'm looking forward to my second playthrough because I feel like I'll play more what I, like, me personally would do. But I feel like it's a legitimate play style to play according to one or two characters, like aligning yourself with their decisions type thing. And so I got kind of anxious about it, which is why, which is funny, you know, because I'm like, I was like, I couldn't like wait. I was like trying to do homework, and it wasn't like big. It was just like, oh man, I really want to know. And so like I played it and I liked it. So I have kept it, and I've played through the ball already as well, which is why I don't really want to go back and replay it again, because I've already done that. Which I did consider yesterday. I thought maybe I should go back and keep the not exiling line. But I wanted to be honest with you guys and let you know what was up. Some people might maybe see it as like, you know, oh, you're just trying to get that elf booty or something, or you just, that's weird. And then it's like, I don't know, it's like not being it's not an honest playthrough, but this is a role-playing game for me. And so part of that is getting into the role and like making decisions that I wouldn't necessarily make, which I enjoy. It's been interesting playing this way when I normally wouldn't. But I wrote notes down so I'd make sure that I told you guys everything I wanted to, and as succinctly and short as possible, but it's probably not gonna happen. I realize I'm maybe making a big deal out of this. It doesn't need to be made a big deal out of, but, I did want to let you guys know, if I wasn't recording this, if I wasn't recording this and putting this up on YouTube, I would have restarted without hesitation, is the thing. Like, maybe I'm like, you know, exile or not, like, part of me doesn't like the exile, but I'm literally split down the middle on the idea. I'm like, oh, good resource, blah, 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 Grey Wardens, or keep the character's approval that I like, and make sure, or at least in some way, see that the Grey Wardens have some sort of justice or punishment for what they've done, because I legitimately think people will be uncomfortable about it, because sometimes I don't like making split-second decisions like that, because I go with one option and then I'm like, well, I actually like the second option better when I think about it, you know? And maybe I'm trying too hard to think about it to justify it, but that's what role-playing kind of is about sometimes, is going with decisions that you necessarily wouldn't, and then trying to figure out how it would all fit together, which I've been having a good time with. But yeah, I wanted to let you guys know exactly what my thought process was, and I'm as soon as this actual recording starts, I'm gonna spend probably way too long explaining it again, so I'll have to check and see what it's all about. I apologize for all the talking and the long-windedness, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew what was up. Please let me know what you think. I know Grey Warden, Cat Nikki, and Champ213 especially were very helpful and supportive of my decision in the last video, and I hope that nobody is overly upset about me doing this, because this is the way I would play if I was just doing this on my own. But I just want to make sure that, you know, people understand that it is the way I want to play it, but I really do like to know what you guys think and what, you know, you guys know about everything. But yeah, so okay, the real recording will start in the next couple seconds. Thank you. Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. As some of you may notice, we are actually back in the Fade. I decided to, I don't know, the last two files that I recorded were kind of, well, they're kind of corrupted. I was just in the process of trying to resurrect them. So I'm not sure if I'll keep them, but I was going through a hard time trying to decide whether or not I should keep the Grey Warden decision. And I've decided that I want to go through and exile the Grey Wardens, partly because of Solus and Cole. I figure since they're the ones that I'm very interested in this time, I shouldn't worry as much about Blackwall. And if we've gone through and we keep the previous episodes, then we'll know kind of that things don't change a whole lot, at least in the beginning. I don't have anybody excessively mad at me, I don't think. At least from Blackwall, Solus, and Cole. And I kind of skimmed through it all, so I could keep the file that I did after that, but I want to go through and do it properly. Because I just kind of rushing through and like waiting for something horrible to happen and just doing bits and pieces of it. So, but I've talked extensively with it with one of my friends, and what kept coming up for me is, while I'm of two minds that they are a good asset, and at least I hope they would be, regardless of the fact, is that the Grey Wardens have innocent blood on their hand. And it's like, oh, maybe now they're suffering because they, you know, realize what they did was wrong. That's not it. That's a consequence of their actions. They haven't been punished yet. They're like, oh yes, I feel bad. That's the consequences of your actions. I think they almost need a timeout. They need to go back to Weishaupt and sit and think. And the fact that I'm going to have Stroud still stay in the Fade, I'm hoping will serve as a martyr example to them of someone who truly lives the Grey Warden life. So since I rushed it, I'm gonna actually load and play through on casual really quick, just through this, through the battle, and then we'll come back. I think that was all I wanted to say on it. I just feel like, I don't know, I don't hate the Wardens. I still hold them in high esteem. I honestly do. But I guess I'll figure it out, and I will see you guys on the other side of the Fade. Thanks if you've been listening for this long. Okay. I don't know if I got as much XP this time around for being on casual, but that's okay. This is just unfair. I mean, it's kind of choosing between two characters that you might not necessarily know very well. Either that, or you obviously choose Hawk because you play as Hawk.
Clear a path.
And you are
Go.
attached.
I'll cover you.
Or you don't like him.
No, you were right. The Grey Wardens caused this. A warden must help them rebuild. That's your job. Corypheus is mine.
I don't know if I've said it before or what, but I don't know how cool, I don't know how kosher it is to have somebody, to have the nobler one die, but I do feel like Stroud's reasons are better. He wants to avenge his brothers and sisters for what happened to them, and I feel like Hawk just kind of wants to avoid responsibilities, and like it's easier to die than it is to live with your responsibilities, especially because from what I can tell, Dragon Age 2 didn't end very well for him/her, you know what I mean? Still, it doesn't make it any easier to have the nobler one die and keep the lazy one with you. But I do feel like his reasons were better.
Stroud.
Inquisitor, it has been an honor.
I'm almost more attached to him than I am to Hawk. You know, I kinda am. Like, he's a new character that's been introduced. And so I feel attached to him. While Hawk, I know, has this history that I don't know very much, you know? I mean, I know Stroud's in Dragon Age 2 as well. Somebody commented about that he has a smallish part to play. But still, it's not an easy decision. I could, if I picked the one I liked the best, I would keep Stroud. Because Hawk just kind of whines. And is all like macho and stuff. Which also, I didn't notice that he was a mage until I was editing. Because he's built like a warrior and he freaking has the biceps of a gorilla and he dresses in spiky armor that looks like mage or warrior armor. Does not look like mage armor. Like, I was just like, oh, he's flinging fire around. Like, that's, I mean, mages aren't always these skinny little dudes or, you know, wispy little women or whatever, but still, I was like, there's a reason mages are characterized as smaller than their buff counterparts, because they don't have the time. They're learning how to control their magical abilities while, like, they spend every day honing their mind and magical abilities. A healthy body is key to that, but it's not going to be essential to all of your abilities. But a warrior, day in, day out, just builds their musculature and their, like, you know, hand-eye coordination, like all this, you know, the more physical aspects of things. So they're naturally tougher and stronger constitution-wise. I love this. Why can't I do that in gameplay? Just... Why couldn't I do that earlier when those things were attacking me?
She was right. Without the nightmare to control them, the mages are free. And Corypheus loses his demon army. Though as far as they're all concerned, the Inquisitor broke the spell with the blessing of the Maker.
I'm tempted to be like that, but I'll stick with this.
They came out of this alive. As far as I'm concerned,
my armor
they can tell
is
whatever
awesome.
Stories they like.
It's been days
I suppose
for
you're
me.
right.
Inquisitor, the archdemon flew off as soon as you disappeared.
Dang it.
The Venatori Magister is unconscious but alive.
He will die.
Cullen thought you might wish to deal with him yourself.
Indeed.
As for the Wardens,
His
those
armor
who weren't
is
corrupted
awesome.
helped us fight the demons. We stand ready to help make up for Clarel's tragic mistake.
See, and this
Where is
guy,
Stroud?
I feel bad. He sounds like an idiot, but I feel bad. And I'm gonna stick with this, because I'm hoping, you know, in real life situation, I would hope that this little speech would give them the motivation to look on their ways and maybe get back to the basics of being a warden.
Warden Stroud died striking a blow against a servant.
I don't know, maybe
of
it just
light.
makes them feel better about
You will honor
themselves, you
his
know?
sacrifice, and remember how he exemplified the ideals of the Grey Wardens.
Yes, the ideals.
Even as Corypheus and his servants tried to destroy you all from within.
Inquisitor.
And then I
we
thought
have no one left of any
exiling them
significant rank.
after that would
What
be
do we do
weird.
now?
You know what I mean? But this is still a hard decision. It legitimately is a difficult decision. Like I was talking to her today. Like we both work in the same place, and I was like, I'm still having a hard time. She's like, I mean, she chose the exile, but it's a very difficult decision. Like, and she went through and played it like 3 times over again, like I did. You know, this is the 3rd time I've gone through, and I've spent like the last 7 days. Like I'm supposed to be doing homework and stuff, and I have been. I've been doing crap tons of it, trying to graduate in the next couple weeks, but it's still it's been distracting. Like it's been in the back of my mind, so I just kind of want to resolve it. I'm gonna go with the exile.
You leave. The unfortunate truth
Dorian
is that you're still
disapproves
vulnerable
too.
to Corypheus. Without Stroud to guide you, leaving the Wardens unchecked is a risk I'm not willing to take. By the authority of the Inquisition, you are banished from Southern Thedas.
No.
Hawk will oversee your return to the Warden Fortress at
Yes, your worship.
Your worship. I would stay, if you allow it, and continue our fight.
I hope this doesn't affect my relationship with Blackwall too much.
Of course. I have never doubted your loyalty, Blackwall.
I have not. I
Good luck, Inquisitor.
greatly respect him.
It's been an honor. And take care of Varric for me.
Yeah, you guys didn't interact as much as I was hoping you would. I still am like, should I keep them? Because I'm very attached to Blackwall. I'm legitimately very attached. And you'll notice that it didn't say Solus approves. Because I think my friend was saying that there's some sort of point system that the game keeps track of that we don't see. But that there is a max. And like when you've maxed out the bar, which I guess is nice to know. Apparently I've maxed out the bar. It can't go up anymore. It can only go down. And then, like, if you go down, it'll, go back up again if you do the right decisions after that. But, I always come kind of worried about where I'm at with, like, Iron Bull and Sarah, but, it does surprise me that Cassandra greatly approved. I suppose in her position as a Seeker, this would be similar to Templars going rogue. But, yeah, it's...
Hawk sent me one final report. He's on his way to Weishaupt.
Weishaupt.
The Grey Wardens are gone as well. Adamant Fortress has been sealed.
If you speak in German, I guess.
You dealt Corypheus a significant blow,
right.
Inquisitor.
Wasn't just me.
We owe much of that to Stroud, and to the Divine.
Yes. You took an army from Corypheus, but that will matter little if Orlais falls into chaos. All arrangements have been made for the ball in
very
Halam-Sharal.
soon.
Let us know when you are ready to proceed.
No, I have a couple things to do.
I'll go as soon as I am
I have
able.
some inventory stuff to do.
Good.
And a
Cullen,
lot of
Josephine,
talking
and
to
I
do.
will discuss the best way to gain an audience with the Empress. Speak with us when you are ready. What was she like?
Weird
Divine
shoulder move
Justinia.
there.
Or her soul, or the spirit that took her form. I read your report. I know it isn't clear, but...
She seemed calm, serene
I wonder
even,
if I'll get a
and she
quest
guided us the
for
whole way through.
that does sound like her.
Liliana now.
She did ask me to tell you something, though. She said, "I'm sorry, I failed you too."
Oh,
Facial animation's a little odd there.
I should finish this before it slips my mind.
It's like a
Perhaps
robot.
later we might discuss the matter further.
La la.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm like totally disrespectful now. This is the third time I've seen this. Master correct. Okay, so we did go up a level. Cool. Oh, right. I should change it back. Options, gameplay, normal. Otherwise, I'll just be really bored, I'm sure, with my mad skills. Bloodwake. And what is Bloodwake? Okay. So we're gonna get that point again. I wanted to upgrade Payback Strike. So I do more damage, and if I resist take damage, you also stun taunted enemies. Okay. I know I keep saying like, oh, I want to do guard stuff, and I've got a lot of guard. It's good, but I keep saying, oh man, I really should upgrade Payback Strike. Because I think it'd make a really good, hopefully it's a good roundabout clear, because you spin around, hopefully I can just kind of make some space for a second, I still have one slot. I didn't realize. Okay. +4 power. Alright, so now we need to... yeah, you're probably busy. Same thing? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so now we're gonna go through and talk to everybody, but I want to go talk to Blackwall first. So, I may or may not keep this part, I guess, where whoa! Oh, game. Okay, whoa, game. Whoa, game. Yeah, it's cool. It's okay. It's okay. Game is like, don't make me do things I don't want to do. it's interesting that Blackwall's cutscene doesn't change.
Greetings, Your Worship.
Hello, I just fell in from the sky like Batman. Are we still good?
Someone I knew once described adamant to me. Adamant is, and always will be, the Order, he said. A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver. That's what Warden Commander Clarel tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. None of the Wardens we saw wavered. They gave their lives willingly. They died for us. And Corypheus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
It is a difficult thing to have to come to grips with. No, because this, I mean, this is like, oh yeah, blah, 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 and that's just me, but no, like, we're going to take action, you know what I mean?
And that's why he has to die.
You'll get no argument from me.
Yes!
There's no one to blame but Corypheus. Even Clarel's intentions were righteous.
It's so...
Her desire to protect was so great it led her astray.
And that's what
It's
he
not
fears.
right.
He fears
to want
that.
to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
Try that one?
You can't expect everything to go well all the time.
No.
Ah,
We
dang
still
it!
have to
No,
try,
I'm gonna
don't we?
redo that.
Even Clarel.
Oh, Red Templars on the Storm Coast. Operation available. Okay, yeah, no. If I have the option to redo anything at this point with somebody, right, in like these little conversations, I'm gonna take it, so I'll be right back. I mean, the Wardens did everything it seemed right, like to do the ultimate sacrifice. To sacrifice, and like, you know what, I do admire that, because there are heroes that are like Superman and Batman, they're like, oh, woe is me, I don't want to get my hands dirty, and I'm like, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. Like, I greatly admire the Wardens, in a way, for what they did, because they were willing to do the dirty thing that nobody else was willing to do, for good reasons, and it didn't turn out well, and it wasn't, I mean, the reasons were legitimately good. To protect everybody, they were willing to sacrifice themselves, the ultimate sacrifice of, like, their souls, you know? And so, in a way, that is to be admired, but in another way, it's like, some things worth that sacrifice? I mean, to them it was, to stop the Blight. It's like, okay, I can see they want to get a preemptive strike. If they feel like all the Wardens are going to die, their first thought wasn't, oh no, I'm going to die, how do I save myself? They were willing to throw themselves into the abyss to one last stand. But it was corrupted, it was twisted. There's been a lot of talking. We can still try. The intention does not matter.
At the end of the day, I guess all we can do is try and hope for the best.
It matters, but
You're
it's...
right.
Oh, good. I forgot.
What matters is that we never give up. Clarel made mistakes, but she was a great woman.
Yes.
And she died a great woman.
I agree.
It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the joining at the heart of it.
I remember her
Warden
with
is
strength,
a
you know?
promise to protect others, even at the cost of your own life.
But at the cost of your own humanity is something else. But then again, it's like, is it worth it to watch people dying in front of you when you can stop it? But, oh yeah, we need to change the horse to the Dragonlace. Good thing I didn't spend money on another one. Ha! Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, it's the same one. Whoa. That is still so creepy looking. That cannot be comfortable to ride either. Alright, I'm gonna talk to Blackwall again and see if there's anything else to say.
Yes?
Oh, right, I remember. Oh, he's not happy with me.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I do think
I just know that
it's
you can
okay.
shake this world to its foundations if you will.
I don't think I've done anything else
return to
that
our
he
duties.
disagrees with, really.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
This is so, I mean, playing the game with the characters in consideration, it's just like, oh, it's like difficult in some ways, but in some ways it'd be interesting to just play through. But at the same time, it's like, I'm like, oh, I can't abandon the Wardens, but, oh, Thrin!
Thanks for my life in Haven.
Yeah!
Of all sorts serving now. If that means change, so be it.
That it?
Inquisitor.
Oh, Thrin, I'm glad to see you. I don't know, but it's like, oh, I can't abandon the Grey Wardens, but the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I can't exactly pretend nothing happened either, you know? So, I don't know. Oh, right, and no, I didn't. Okay, no. I don't remember what I did. Whoa. I do remember that the scaffolding got removed, and I was like, whoa. Let's see, did anything change in here? I don't know, do we have... Oh! Nope, that's always been there. So do we have guards out here now, actually? There's the book that never is ever going to leave, ever. Doors magically closed behind me. Alright, so I got the black wall thing done. So that's a good stopping point, I think, at this point. I do want to say, though, I don't think... Somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I've actually fought in battle, like, as an enemy. I don't think I fought any dwarves. And in Skyhold, I think I've only seen female dwarves. Besides Varric, I have not seen any male dwarves. As far as I'm aware, unless they all kind of just look the same, which my other friend made a dwarf the other day, and they have beard options, even as a girl. It was really funny. So maybe they are, but anyway, sorry for all the talking in this one. I think I'm mostly content with this. Like, I think there's always going to be a little bit of a but I think when I play through next time, I will keep the Wardens. I don't know if I'll upload that because this has been a really long game, but and I really want to play Deus Ex Human Revolution really bad. No, yeah, it's just been I've had a lot of thought process going into this in the last week, and so I kind of wanted to just explain my reasons for what I was doing. And it does involve playing and making sure that Solus isn't unhappy with me, but I feel like that's a valid way to play if you want, with consideration to specific characters, you know? And next time I probably won't worry about it as much, especially on this. I do think he overreacted on this, to be honest, like, a little bit. But I don't know his reasons, you know? Like, if he explained a little bit more, it would be... I would understand, perhaps. But we'll just have to wait and see. He's very cryptic. He keeps to himself. But, yes. Anyway. Next time we're going to go through and talk to everybody and then probably go to the ball. I hear it's a really freaking long time. But my friend keeps, like, dropping little things, and I'm like, shh. So I gotta play it, or else she's going to spoil everything for me. Because she's ahead of me now. Because she doesn't have to go to school. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. I will see you in the next one.